Hello everyone and welcome to the Tathastu ICS. My name is Trija Garg and I am your economy faculty. Today we will understand NBFCs, that is non-banking financial companies. What are they and how are they different from the banks? So RBI in its act says that any non-banking company working as a financial institution can be called as non-banking financial company. When I say financial institution, it means that they are able to lend, okay, they are able to invest in stocks, in bonds, in debentures, they are also able to provide insurance policies, and some of them can also take deposits. Okay, so this is known as NBFC, that is non-banking financial company. Now these banks, these non-banking financial companies, they are incorporated under Companies Act 1956 और दो टाइप के हो जाते हैं फिर. एक होते हैं NBFCs who can take deposits and some are NBFCs who do not take deposits. Okay, some take deposits and some do not take deposits. Okay, so they are classified as two types of NBFCs, non-banking financial companies. Now let us understand what is the difference between banks and NBFCs. Let us understand based on these criteria. So we have banks here and we have non-banking financial companies here. Lending, both can lend money, okay. Invest, both can invest in shares, in bonds, in securities, in debentures. Both give you payment services. For example, if you want to make a payment, you can make a payment via banks or NBFCs as well. Okay. Then we have insurance policies. Both banks and non-banking financial companies provide insurance policies. Okay. Forex services, for example, if you want to get your dollars exchanged for rupees, you can get it exchanged at banks also and at NBFCs also. Then we have time deposits. For example, one of the major time deposits known as FD. Okay, that is fixed deposit in which आप कुछ टाइम के लिए डिपॉजिट कर देते हो, अपना मनी लॉक कर देते हो फॉर अ स्पेसिफाइड पीरियड ऑफ टाइम विच इज नोन एज टाइम डिपॉजिट. ओके, बीच में यू कैन नॉट गेट द मनी, यू कैन नॉट विड्रॉ द मनी. ओके, यू हैव टू वेट फॉर अ few months or years. That is FD. Both will accept the deposits, okay, in terms of fixed deposits or recurring deposits. Okay, what about demand deposits? Banks, they accept demand deposits, okay, but basically NBFCs do not accept demand deposits, and this is the major difference between banks and NBFCs, that is non-banking financial companies. Now what are demand deposits? Basically a trick to learn this is trick to learn demand deposits is CASA. When I say CASA, I am talking about current account and savings account. So whenever you deposit your money in current account or savings account, you can withdraw on demand. Whenever you want the money, you can withdraw on demand. Okay. Using your ATM card, using your internet payment systems, okay, or digital payment system, you can withdraw the money on demand. Now this is allowed for banks but not for NBFCs, because both banks and NBFCs, they are regulated by RBI. Okay, RBI regulates banks and NBFCs, but the regulation is a bit different for both of them. For banks it is very strict, but for NBFCs not that strict and not that comprehensive. Okay, for example, what happens is, and that is why RBI does not allow NBFCs to accept demand deposits. For example, let us talk about, you know that there are banks and people deposit their money in the banks. Okay, now banks use this money to lend to other people. Now if people are depositing their money in the banks, they can demand the money anytime. Let's say all of the money has been lent to the people. Now these people come and ask for money and they have no money. They have no money at all to give. They go to an ATM, there's no money in the bank. What will happen? They will get into panic. Everybody who gets to know about this will get into panic, and the banking system, the confidence in the banking system might start to lose a bit. So it is very complex and it is very dangerous and challenging. So in this case, the bank, RBI also protects them. Okay, so not every financial company or non-banking financial institution can actually accept demand deposits. Only the banks accept the demand deposits, and that is the major difference between banks and NBFCs. Clear, everyone? Now, when we talk about NBFCs, what happens is RBI says that you have certain restriction. You cannot take part in certain activities, for example, which are a bit risky: industrial activities, agricultural operations, okay, or purchase or sale of इमूवेबल एसेट्स. ओके, आप इन एक्टिविटीज़ में बहुत ज़्यादा पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर सकते हैं. यू स्टिल कैन पार्टिसिपेट, यू कैन पार्टिसिपेट, बट अप टू 50%. ओके, एंड शुड नॉट बी योर प्राइमरी एक्टिविटी. This should not be your primary activity. These are certain rules by the RBI. Okay, then let's go back to our table and let us understand. We have understood that when we talk about NBFCs and banks, basically banks, they accept demand deposits and NBFCs cannot. But all the other functions are already, given by the banks. All the services are given by the banks. Then why do we need NBFCs? Basically, what happens is, when you need a loan, let's talk about the loan here. When you need a loan, you need a car loan, you need a, let's say, house loan or home loan. Okay, you need education loan. All of this can actually be given by banks. Okay, but when we say I need, a loan to eat pav bhaji today, will banks give you loan to eat pav bhaji? No, right? But NBFCs can. There is an app by BharatPe, and it gives you the services in which basically you can avail loan for 30 days with no interest. Okay, interest-free loans. Okay, after 30 days you can pay back your daily consumption needs. Okay, whatever you have made the payments, you can pay it back after 30 days. And if you are unable to pay it back, then you can convert your bill to low interest EMI. Okay, you can also do that. So this is what is the major difference between NBFCs. So even in the BharatPe app, you will see that they say from Golgappas to mobile phones, you can avail basic loans from NBFC's app. But is the BharatPe app the NBFC? No. Basically, they are tied with an NBFC. Okay, they are tied with an NBFC. And basically, if we talk about insurance, okay, let's talk about insurance. How do banks provide insurances? They have to create a separate entity. A separate entity. For example, HDFC has a separate entity, separate company that provides insurance policies. Banks directly cannot. They have to establish a separate entity for insurance services, and NBFCs can also do the same. They are already a company. Okay, so this is the major difference between NBFCs and basically your normal banks. Okay, so I hope this was clear, and tomorrow we will continue NBFCs a little more so that there is more clarity. Thank you so much everyone, and have a nice day.